Wipe your tears away. You don't have to cry no more. Said you don't have to cry no more. Wipe your tears away. Wipe your tears. Wipe them, baby. Said you don't have to cry no more.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back, and welcome back to yet another video. All right, y'all, so I'm going to be discussing the top 5 artists that I always wanted to do the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And I'll say, how about they're in their prime? You know what I'm saying? They're in their prime. They're at the best of their music. They're at the best of their dancing, if they do dance. They're at the best of everything in their career. You know what I'm saying? And then they have like 10, 15 minutes to put on an excellent Super Bowl performance. And I feel like that these artists will do it, but they haven't done it before. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've had some great artists perform at the Super Bowl, like Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Justin Timberlake, Prince. We've seen some great artists, but there are some artists that are left out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I could get some honorable mentions that are, you know, Queen, right? Of course, Freddie Mercury passed away before Super Bowl performances were really a big thing, so I guess it wouldn't work. But bro, if Freddie Mercury was still here, Queen would definitely be up there. You know what I'm saying? Queen probably would have definitely had a great performance at some point in the Super Bowl. I don't think. Let me see. I would have loved Aaliyah to do it, you know what I'm saying? And also Dead or Alive, I'm putting that as a disclaimer. Dead or Alive definitely does matter as well. Aaliyah would have definitely put on a great show if she was still here. Who else hasn't done it yet? Mariah Carey hasn't done it yet, and I feel like she would do amazing. I feel like she would really do great. You know what I'm saying? I get it, she's not at her peak right now, but at her peak, bro, ooh, we're in there. We're definitely in there. Justin Bieber hasn't done it yet either, which is surprising. But yeah, and there's a lot more different artists, like Adele. I'm surprised she hasn't done it yet. But yeah, there's a lot more different artists that just have not done that yet. It's actually insane, and it's actually crazy. But it is what it is. Will they do it in the future? Possibly, probably, maybe so. Yeah, it's wild that some artists that I just named have not done the Super Bowl yet. It's actually insane. But on to the video before I make it too long. Yeah, and the first one I'm gonna start off with is the Jacksons. That's cheating. That really is cheating. No, I'm gonna be honest with you. That is most definitely cheating. But I would have loved to see the Jacksons perform at the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? With all 6 of them. I'm talking about in their prime. And I mean prime, like 1984 Victory Tour. If we had that version of the Jacksons perform at the Super Bowl, oh man, that would be absolutely insane to see. All of them are in their prime at that point. You know what I'm saying? Michael, I will argue his prime was, performing wise, was in the Bad era, which is like a few years after the Victory Tour. But man, the Victory Tour, bro, if they had a Super Bowl performance like the Victory Tour, but just with the expanded budget, oh my gosh, like y'all, I will be watching that almost every single year the Super Bowl comes around, because I know how lit that would have been. Even if they did it in like the 90s, you know what I'm saying? I know that the Jacksons wasn't, you know, one big happy family in the 90s. They wasn't together. Michael wasn't there. And Marlon wasn't there at one point too. So if they all came together in the 90s, right? You know, because that's when the Super Bowl performances started getting popping after Michael did it. If they came back, like, let's say 1995, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, that would be so fire. That would have been so fire to see. And they could perform so many different hits. That music, not music, but yeah, the music would have been fire. You know what I'm saying? The music would have been fire. They would have hit after hit after hit, playing, and playing. And don't forget about the dancing. The dancing would have been on point. Like, I get it. I said that late 80s, Michael was the peak in terms of performance, but don't get me fucking wrong. 90s, Michael was excellent performer as well. Excellent dancing, excellent choreography. Like, let's not forget the Panther dance of 1991 at the end of the Black and White video. You know what I'm saying? Incredible. Remember the Time dancing. History Tour still definitely has some great performances as well, even though the lip syncing was there. Michael still put on a good ass show, so I definitely feel like that we would definitely have a great Super Bowl performance with the Jacksons all in their prime, or at least when it could happen. Unfortunately, now we'll never see how that's going to be, because I doubt the Super Bowl is going to take the Jacksons as they are right now. You know, they're down so many members. It's only Jackie and I think Marlon performing right now. I think Jermaine's not doing it. Jermaine's not doing it. Michael and Tito, they passed away. And Jermaine's, I never understood. I don't know, when we haven't seen Jermaine perform in a minute, and I don't know. But yeah, of course I would love to see the Jacksons. I could just see it now. You know what I'm saying? The next one will be Drake. I'm gonna be honest with you, Drake, I get it, he has a lot of hate right now. Deservedly so, possibly. But bro, I would love to see how he performs. I would like to see how he performs. I would like to see what we could get out of a performance out of him. Like, I would like to see that. I would like to see what can possibly be done. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that it would actually be really fire to see a Drake performance. He has a lot of hits. He really does. Y'all already invited his biggest op to perform. Of course. Drake will actually be an excellent addition to the catalog of Super Bowl performances. I feel like that we would get so much out of that. You know what I'm saying? And people already say Drake's performance is already lit. I'm gonna be honest, I've never sat through a full-on Drake performance. I've never seen it. So could I be bullshitting with this one? Potentially, but all I know right now is the music is there. The music is on point. We should definitely see a Drake Super Bowl performance at least one point, because he's been up there on the rap game for so many years. He's been up on the rap game for so many years. He has hit after hit after hit. He has a hit this year with Nokia. Like, come on now. Like, he has a hit almost every year. There's a hit out of Drake. Like, let's keep it real. Like, I just talked about the Jacksons, right? They have so many hits. Drake also has a good amount of hits. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? Like, I can name like 10 hits off the bat. I'm gonna try it out right quick. I'm gonna try it out that he could perform at the Super Bowl. Headlines, Hotline Bling, Champagne Poetry, right? The Motto, Nokia, right? From Time, Tootsie Slide. Oof. When I get put on the spot, I be just, ooh, hold up. A lot of the, what's it called? Oh yeah, God's Plan. That would be fire to see God's Plan. That really would be. Don't Matter to Me with Michael Jackson. You know how magical that would be if that happened? I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of that song necessarily. That's the topic for another day, but yeah, like, come on, like, just Hold On, We're Going Home. Marvin's Room. That's 10 off the bat, and there's a lot more to think about. There's a lot more of his songs, so yeah, I would love to see him put on the show. I would love to see him, and if he, bro, I'm not being messy, and I'm not stirring the pot, but imagine if he does a Kendrick diss track, right, at the Super Bowl. But I mean, Kendrick will probably fire back with something even crazier. But to make it even, imagine if Drake comes back at Kendrick at the Super Bowl the very next year, like next year. Imagine how crazy that would be. That would actually be insane. That would actually really be wild. But yeah, and Drake, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, his prime was like 2013 to me, around early 2010s. He still put out fantastic hits after that, which is actually insane. So yeah, I'm rambling. So yeah, that's how it is. The next artist for me would be New Edition. New Edition in their prime, and New Edition, they have a lot of hits of their own as well. I think that New Edition would actually put on a fantastic show. That they would really put on a great show, and I mean that, like, they would really put on a great show. New Edition is our artists that, although as a group they have a lot of hits, right? When they went off to their own separate projects, they all had hits of their own as well. So I feel like that if we could just, go back to the 90s, bro. Oh my goodness. If we went back to the 90s and allowed these guys to get on stage, if they can, because they keep arguing like crazy. But if they could get on stage, I know they can all put on a great show. Bobby Brown by himself is a great performer. Ralph Tresvant is a great performer. You know what I'm saying? That these artists in their prime have always been great performers. And also, like I said, a lot of hits as well. So, yeah, I cannot wait. Well, I don't know what I'm saying. I can't wait to see. But even though I don't see this happening anytime soon, I don't see, them getting together and going to the Super Bowl. I just don't see that happening. I just don't see the Super Bowl actually allowing that. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like the Super Bowl just allows big art, like, I don't know how to explain it. New Edition was big, but y'all know what I'm trying to say? Like, artists that are big right now, artists that are popping right now. Like, that's all I can really see. You know what I'm saying? And if they have anybody from back in the day, they have to be like, I don't know. I'm not disrespecting nobody, but like, I'm just saying, like for example, Prince, Michael Jackson. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, if Michael Jackson was still here, they would definitely have him back. I definitely see that happening. You know what I'm saying? If Prince was still here, I'm pretty sure they would want to have him back. If Janet Jackson didn't have that issue, I feel like they would have her back. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like that New Edition was big, but unless you're not that big, like Madonna big or Michael big or Prince big, I don't see them having, or Usher big, I don't feel like that they will have them back, like, in 2025. It's unfair, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, New Edition, bro, I would love to see them back. But New Edition was definitely big, don't get me wrong. They're actually one of my favorite groups of all time. I love New Edition. I think my second favorite group, next to the Jacksons, and maybe third will be Jodeci, but I love New Edition. I love them so much. And like I said, with their individual projects as well, like I said, I can name one from each individual project, right? Like, well, New Edition, one of my favorite songs by them is Can You Stand the Rain, or If It Isn't Love. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Brown, when he went solo, I love Don't Be Cruel, On Our Own, My Prerogative, and much more. Ralph Tresvant, Sensitivity, right? Rated R. Even though Rated R wasn't a big hit, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. Johnny Gill, Rub You the Right Way, My. Bro, and don't even get me started on possibly the biggest song out of all these guys, Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe. That's a big song. Like, that song is still popping to this day. Not saying the other ones aren't, because they are, but Poison, that's the biggest one out of all the songs I just named. Like, whew. And there's so much more, too. Like, Cool It Now, Candy Girl. Like, come on now. That would be so fire to see. The next artist will be Whitney Houston, bro. You feel me? If Whitney was still here, man, she would put on a performance like none other. She would really put on a performance. And I feel like that if Whitney Houston was still here, she will put on a excellent performance, bro, at the Super Bowl. And I'm actually concerned as to why she hasn't done it yet. You know what I'm saying? There's some heavy hitter female artists that have never done the Super Bowl. Like, I already said Mariah Carey, right? And I said Adele. Ariana Grande, I'm actually surprised she never did the Super Bowl. I'm actually shocked about that. But yeah, Whitney Houston, bro, like, she definitely has hits as well. And that's an A-lister, bro. They already put in Michael. They had Prince. They had Madonna. Why not Whitney Houston? Of course, I'm saying it like Whitney was still here, even though, unfortunately, she's no longer with us. So we'll never get to see that happen. Maybe it would have happened later on, but nah, it's a shame, bro, that Whitney Houston couldn't be here to perform. Like, that would have been so fire to see. And I would have been here for it. I would have loved every second of it. I love Whitney Houston. I really do. I don't really talk about her that much on the channel, but I really love Whitney Houston. A lot of these artists that I'm naming, I love. I don't talk about as much as I should. But yeah, Whitney Houston, bro, I would love to see her at the Super Bowl performance. That would actually be incredible. Incredible. Like, man. The last one will obviously be Chris Brown. Chris Brown is my favorite artist, one of them right now, one of my favorite artists of all time. You know, I love what Chris Brown does on stage and in the studio, because Chris Brown is just an excellent artist. And I mean, excellent. He's an excellent artist. He's a great artist. And I can't imagine, right, him leaving this earth without at least one Super Bowl performance. I can't. I feel like he will do it one day. He'll do the Super Bowl one day. But he's got to clean up his act. Like, he really does. But, yeah. Well, for one, it's been like 20 years since Chris came around. You know what I'm saying? And Chris has so many hits. So many hits. It's actually insane. You know what I'm saying? It's just been, and his performances are incredible. I watch them. They're amazing. You know, if people want to keep comparing Michael to Chris all the time, you feel me? Then let's get Chris on stage. Let's get Chris on the stage for the Super Bowl. Let's see what he can do. And you have hits of him from all the way, like I said, to 2005, literally till 2024. Like, it's so much music to go through. I just named 10 songs for Drake. You feel me? I probably should have named 10 songs for all these different artists, but if I'm being honest, right, we have Wall to Wall. We have Gimme That. We have Run It. We have Residuals. We have Loyal. We have Deuces. We have Look At Me Now. We have Sensational. We have Say Goodbye. We have, I'm trying to pick this last one wisely. But we have Take You Down, like, and that's just a tip of the iceberg. So before I start rambling, before I start talking too much, that's the top 5 that I would want in the Super Bowl if they were in their prime. And the thing is, though, Chris Brown, bro, still dances like he's 20 years old. Like, he still dances mad young. So, sure, like, I don't know. And he still has, like, #1 hits. So his prime just keeps going and going and going. Like, he just keeps going. So the longevity of this artist is incredible. You know, 20 years in the game, and he's still having #1 hits on the R&B charts. That's excellent. That's incredible. Like Usher, right? The longevity that he has is still crazy too. He had a #1, I think, last year too. I think. He also had a song with Summer Walker, I think, in 2023, which is also pretty fire. So, yeah, that's my top 5.